Well, thanks for joining us then, Jared Gooden, out of the UFC's welterweight division, going to be fighting at UFC 260. Massive card. How are you doing? How's training going?
Training is going very well. I'm doing great. Like I said, we're 12 days out right now. I'm highly excited about this fight. Like I said, I'm fighting Nurmagomedov. You know what I mean? That's one of the biggest names in MMA right now. So I'm excited about this fight, and I just can't wait to go out there and put on a show in front. I would say in front of the fans, but really in front of the fans at home in front of their TVs.
Yeah, well, that's the first thing I'll ask you about then is your last fight, empty crowd. I'm guessing that's the first time, at least for the first time for a long time, that you fought in an empty arena. Did that, what was that like fighting in front of an empty crowd?
So I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually like fighting with no crowd. It's because like you get to hear all the shots better, and you can hear your opponent better. Like when you get a good shot in on your opponent and you can hear them grunt, it's one of the best things ever. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, I love fighting without a crowd. You know what I mean? Like, don't be wrong, it's cool when they come back, but right now without a crowd, I'm loving it. It's awesome.
Good stuff. How did you find the fight? Because Alan Jouban, he's a good fighter. I've followed him for a long time. He's really experienced. That was his 13th fight in the UFC. He's got wins over the likes of Mike Perry, Bilal Muhammad, some really top guys, good, well-rounded fighter. So first of all, what was it like finding out he was your opponent? And did you maybe think, could I not maybe get another newcomer, or were you pretty excited about the matchup?
So honestly, when they hit me with the name Alan Jouban, I immediately said yes, because just like you, I've watched this man since his UFC debut. You know what I mean? I love watching Alan Jouban, and it was awesome to stand across the cage from him and actually throw hands with this man. It was awesome. It's awesome to fight one of your idols, if that makes sense, And so yeah, it's funny when Sean Shelby hit me with the name, he only hit me with one name. So what I've been told about fighting for the UFC is they're supposed to give you a list of names and you're supposed to pick whatever. That didn't happen with me. They just gave me the Alan Jouban. I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's run it. You know what I mean? And it was great standing in the cage with him and fighting with him. An amazing fighter, an amazing human being. Like I said, it was awesome to share the cage with Alan Jouban.
Yeah. How ddid you find, because you hear a lot of people talking about the UFC jitters, in your debut, maybe the nerves hitting you. I mean, it didn't look like it affected you because you fought pretty well. You look really comfortable in there. You lasted, your cardio was absolutely fine across the 15 minutes. So did you suffer from the jitters, or were you feeling pretty comfortable?
Believe it or not, I actually did suffer from the jitters. But one, like I said, I'm going to say this, but I hate making excuses. You know what I mean? Let me first say I lost Alan Jouban 100%. But, it's funny looking back, I know I held back in the fight, if that makes sense. Cause that's one thing I was really worried about was gassing out in the fight. And so it's funny, you can hear who the commentators Daniel Cormier and Joe, oh my gosh. I'm missing his name. Joe Rogan, thank you. Oh, Joe Rogan out there. They were saying how composed I look. And I believe you just said it too. I appreciate you, but I like to go hard, but I was very composed because I was worried about running out of gas. But now that I know I can go 15 minutes and I can go 15 minutes with no worries. Yeah, man, you're about to see a whole different animal come UFC 260 in 12 days, bro. I'm not worried about running out of gas. This time you're going to see a whole different kind of animal come UFC 260, bro. I just can't wait.
Good stuff. Just one more thing on that fight. I have to ask, how close is that submission?
Oh, so man, that guillotine, it was tight. How to explain this? It was tight when you can hear him in the fight when he's his corner's 15 seconds left. He's 15, okay, and he really wrenched on that choke, and that's when you see me starting to move. I'm like, oh shit, it just got tight. So it was definitely tight. I was nowhere close to tapping. I hate that Joe Rogan said this. Oh, he's about to tap. Nah, dude, you have to put me to sleep. But it was let me just admit, it was very tight, very, very tight.
Because I was going to say that as well, because you actually haven't been submitted in your career. So, I mean, there's not much time to think about it, but you're just thinking in your head, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
No, I'm not going. I'm not tapping. Not in the US. I'm not tapping. You know what I mean? Put me to sleep, bro. You know what I mean? When it comes to a choke, you got to put me to sleep. You get an arm bar or some shit where you can break my arm. I'll think about it in the moment. You know what I mean? But now when it comes to chokes, you got to kill me, bro. Put me out.
Fair enough. So a look ahead then at your next fight that you've got coming up, UFC 260. I'm going to let you say his name. Go on, tell everybody who you're fighting.
I'm fighting Khabib's cousin. I don't know how to say his name either. His name is Khabib's cousin. But I'm fighting Nurmagomedov, bro, and I just can't wait to go out there and just put in work, bro. You know what I mean? Like whenever you hear the name Nurmagomedov, or whenever I do, I think of gay porn. You know what I mean? Like these guys are gonna come out there, they're gonna try to wrestle, they're gonna dick ride, they're gonna grab a leg and just stay on it the whole 3 rounds. So yeah, man. There's nothing. The Russians, they all fight the same. Nothing against them. They found a system that works for them, and it works. You know what I mean? I think that Islam, whatever his name is, dude, just won a couple weeks ago too. So they found a routine that works for them. And that's good for them, but I'm about to go out there and I'm gonna change the whole game. I'm about to change the game. I'm about to shut down his game, and I'm gonna come out there unscathed.
So the fight against Jouban was mostly a stand-up fight. Obviously, we're probably expecting something a little bit different. You know, he's a Sambo champion, as we mentioned. He's a Nurmagomedov fighting out of AKA. He's probably expecting a lot more grappling. Do you see it as I'm just not going to let him grapple me, or do you feel pretty comfortable in the grappling as well?
I feel comfortable wherever the fight goes. You know what I mean? I'd be a liar, be like, oh, this fight's not going to the ground. I don't know that. You know what I mean? And I'm fighting one of the, with the name, one of the best guys out there who can do it. You know what I mean? Who can take people down and do what they want to on top of them. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to lie to you and say, oh, it's not going to touch the ground. I'm just going to say I'm comfortable where this fight goes. You know what I mean? If he wants to keep it standing with me, I dare you to, bro. I'll knock you out. But hey, stand with me. If you want to take it to the ground, I'll get back up and I'll knock you out, or I'll submit you. He's shown he can be submitted in his last fight. So I'm not like I'm worried about him because he's an opponent. I wouldn't even say worried. He's an opponent, so he has my attention. But that's it. He's my opponent, so he has my attention. That's the best way to put it.
Mm. So have you got an official prediction for us?
No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to lie to y'all. You know what I mean? I'd hate to say first round and it goes all 3. I look like a liar now, you know? So yeah. No, I'm not going to do a prediction. I just, I believe in domination. It's going to be a beautiful finish, and it's going to be a finish. That's the only prediction I have for you. It's going to be a finish. I don't believe in going to the judges. I did that my last fight. They fucked me. You know what I mean? Nothing against the judges. You know what I mean? They went with Alan. It's just, I don't believe in the judges, bro. They just like when Israel Adesanya fought Juan Blachowicz or whatever, bro. Like, there's no way Izzy got a 10-8 round off the dude just laying on him. You know what I mean? Like, that was crazy. So, yeah, I don't believe in the judges. I don't go with the judges. I just believe in finishes, bro.
Good stuff. Well, you mentioned at the start a little bit about the jitters, you know, feeling the UFC nerves. Last fight was at UFC 255, I believe. 2 title fights on that card, so doesn't get much bigger. And then fast forward to UFC 260, they managed to get even bigger again. We got Miocic Ngannou, and then we've got Ortega versus Volkanovski, 2 title fights again. So, you know, do you relish that? Do you look forward to being on the big cards? Do you prefer that over maybe a fight night, sir?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I love the big pay-per-views. I love how to put this, like, listen to the names you just said, Stipe Miocic and Francis Ngannou. You know what I mean? We got the featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski versus Brian Ortega. These are great fighters, and they're great finishers as well. You know what I mean? And I want my name to be up there with these guys. I want my name to surpass these guys, honestly. You know what I mean? Again, they got great fighters and they get great finishers. I like to be on these cards because I like the pressure that puts on myself to go out there and do the thing. You know what I mean? I like to go out there. I want to finish. I don't want to go to the judges. I want to be absolute dominance on my part. You know what I mean? I want the card after the card's over. I don't want them to talk about the main event. I don't want them to talk about the co-main event, 2 title fights. I want them to talk about Jared NiteTrain Gooden, bro.
Good stuff. Well, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit before we move on from 260. I know you don't like to give predictions, but have you got any predictions for those 2 title fights?
Ooh, do I have predictions? Ooh, that's man. So when it comes to Ortega and Volkanovski, I'm gonna go with Ortega, man. You know what I mean? Ortega really showed me some great stuff when he fought Korean Zombie. Like, he's shown a different level of stand-up. You know what I mean? And we know he has that amazing black belt if it goes to the ground. So I'm gonna have to go with Ortega. I'd say Ortega gets him out within like the 2nd or 3rd, and then hopefully they set up that the rematch with Ortega and Holloway. And when it comes to Stipe Miocic versus Francis Ngannou, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I don't know who to go with there, bro. It's Francis Ngannou has cleaned himself up since they fought the first time. But even Stipe Miocic is still a great champion. You know what I mean? Look what he did to DC back to back. You know what I mean? He TKO'd him the first time, and he just won a great war decision against him too. So it's hard for me to pick, bro. I don't know who to go with in the main event, bro. But like I said, for the co-main, I have to go with Ortega.
Fair enough. Do you stick around and watch the fights after the last fight, did you stick around and watch the rest of the card, or did you just sort of forget about fighting for a bit?
No, I ain't gonna lie to you. So I always watch the cards. I'm a huge nerd. I watched the last card that just happened with who was it, Bilal Muhammad versus Leon Edwards. I watch all the cards. This is my life. This is my homework. That's why I watch every card. But so sadly they don't let us stay at the venue and watch the fights because the whole COVID thing. I have to go back to my hotel and watch it. But yeah, man, I watch every fight card, every fight if I can, bro. Like I said, this is my homework. This is how I study. I love this game, and there's nothing else I could do.
Good stuff. Well, you spoke about sort of making a name for yourself, putting yourself up there with, some of these people we've got at the top of the card. Have you got any dream matchups? Anybody you really look at in your division and think that's somebody I want to work towards and get a fight with him one day?
The only real one I have that I want to say is whoever's the champion. Right now, Kamaru Usman is the champion. I want him. He's my dream matchup because he has what I want. He has the UFC belt. He right now, what is he on, like a 3 or 4 fight win streak right now with the belt? I think it's a 3 fight win streak right now. Right there's word right now that he's the best welterweight to date right now. They're saying he's quote unquote. They're saying he's better than GSP right now. GSP is my guy. So like again, he has everything I want. He has the title. He has the name of being quote unquote again the best welterweight there is right now. So he's my dream matchup right now. Anybody who has the belt's my dream matchup. I've been in this game I've been pro going on 5-6 years, bro. I've had a lot of people back out and fighting me, so I don't really have, if they're not the champion, there's nobody else really on my radar, until they sign the contract. So right now, my only dream matchup is the UFC champion.
Fair enough. So just one last one for yourself then. So we've got this fight coming up pretty soon, like you said, less than 2 weeks. Could you try and map out 2021 for us? What's ideal for you? Do you want to try and stay active? How many fights do you see yourself having? What's sort of the ideal year coming up for yourself?
100%, bro. My ideal 2021 year to be fighting 5 times this year, really fighting 6 times. But I see I got a late start fighting in March already. But yeah, if everything goes my way, I want to fight 4 more times this year. It's just because I like to stay active. An idol of mine is Donald Cowboy Cerrone. I love the way how he can fight and just take a fight out of nowhere doesn't matter how many days notice or weeks notice, he's there. I'm the same way. Like sadly, I did have to wait 5 pay-per-views to come back. I was on 255 and I'm on 260. If I could, I'd be back the next week, bro. I love to fight. This is all I love to do. And I love to stack cash. So yeah, man, if I could, like I said, in my mind, I'm going to fight 4 more times this year, 5 total. Good
stuff. Well, we know with COVID, there's plenty of dropouts, so keep fit and then you might get yourself back in there pretty soon.
I'm waiting, man. I'm hungry, bro. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Hopefully get somebody else and I can take their spot. No, I'm playing.
Good stuff, man. That's all we've got for you today, but I really appreciate your time. Can't wait for the fight. Honestly, not just because I'm speaking to you, but the last fight was an absolute cracker. And just by speaking to you, you seem so confident. Like we said, against the Nurmagomedov, it's going to be exciting. I can't wait. So really appreciate your time. So close to the fight. I know you'll be training hard, but can't wait, and we'll keep in touch.
Thank you, brother. I can't wait, man. Thank you, sir.
Nice one. Best of luck. Stay healthy.
Thank you.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.